Manchester United's poor form this season continues today as they were unable to beat Bournemouth away at the Vitality Stadium as the game ended on a 2-all draw, and United yet again have dropped points, and they are now going 4 games without a win. They drew against Brentford at all, I think it's away 1-1. They lost against Chelsea 4-3. They drew with Liverpool, which I think is the best result among the 4 games. And also today they've drawn 2-2 with Bournemouth. I think the worst game. It has always been worst games for United. I think if you analyze all the games they played this season, the only game United played well this season, the game I watched, I think was against Crystal Palace, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, where they won 3-0, was the only game Manchester United won comfortably without any pressure, and they played a brilliant game. It was in the Carabao Cup, the first game of the Carabao, where they won 3-0 at Old Trafford. But they went on again and lost against the same team the same week in the Premier League. So also against Everton, the 3-0 win. Remember the Garnacho bicycle kick was also another game that they won brilliantly, and they won with comfort and with ease. Those are the only 2 games United have won brilliantly this season, and for the points they've garnered in all the games they've won or the games they've drawn, I think it's been luck, or sometimes I call individual brilliance from the likes of Garnacho, Kobe Mainoo, Bruno Fernandes, and Asmas Højlund as well. Having watched United versus Liverpool last week in the Premier League, I was expecting a very different game from today that United showcased against Bournemouth. I was expecting United to come out all and win it against Bournemouth because they showed resilience and they showed a great attitude against Liverpool in the second half. Yeah, but coming in this game, it was the same United players not running, and I don't know what's wrong with United. I think, is it the manager or the players are not playing according to manager's instruction, or the tactics are not there? So it's unknown whether it's the manager's problem or the players' problem. So today's game ended in a 2-2 draw, and United had 57% of possession, and Bournemouth had 43% of possession. But attacking threat was all about Bournemouth, and they had 5 shots on target in response to United's 2 shots on target. United only had 2 shots on target, which one was a goal, and I think one was saved by the keeper because the second goal it scored was a penalty. And United have faced their most shot this season, except Sheffield United. Only Sheffield United has faced most shot this season, and United are second on that list. Bad record, a deadly bad record that United fans not like to hear. So today was another game as they faced 20 shots towards their goal, and the receiving end was none other than Andre Onana, who has been brilliant this season. Remember, he saved a very good one from Justin Kluivert. Kluivert was unable to convert to make it 3-1, and it was a brilliant save from Andre Onana. He was unmarked. United, they're always playing like amateur. They're always playing like unprofessional players. So it's difficult to tell if it is the manager or the players not implementing the manager's tactics or the manager's style of play. So today was another game, and United conceded the first goal in the 16th minute through Dominic Solanke, who is having a brilliant form with FC Bournemouth, as now the goal against United now has a total of 17 goals in the Premier League, and is tying up with the likes of Mohamed Salah in the race for the Golden Boot. He's only 3 goals behind Erling Haaland, who is having 20 goals this season. So I think Dominic Solanke has been brilliant for Bournemouth this season. I've seen it, and with his 6th goal in the 16th minute against United, that was his 17th goal of the season. But United were back in the game through Bruno Fernandes, a sloppy passes there and Bournemouth were left two, and they conceded the easiest goal. Bonfende scored a brilliant volley in the box, and they were complaining that Domin Solanke was fouled by Casemiro, but referee said that was not enough and it was a fair tackle, and the goal was awarded. United went on at the break with a 1-1 draw with Bournemouth. In the second half, no, I think Kluivert scored in the 36 minutes, or rather, Kluivert scored in the 36 minutes, and it was 2-1 in favor of Bournemouth. It was just 4 minutes, 5 minutes after United have equalized. Bournemouth scored in the 36 minutes to make it 2-1 in favor of Bournemouth. This has always been an issue as far as Manchester United are concerned. They always concede goals like immediately or few minutes after scoring a goal as for themselves. So I think there are problems that United needs to look, and watching their games, one game after the another game, same problem without the same problems you watch in this game, the same problems you'll watch the next game. So makes you wonder if the manager doesn't watch the game, or rather they don't even care or what, because making the same mistake game in game out, I think it's ignorance. If I'm supposed to say that, it's ignorance, and I think maybe it's a disrespect to the manager. If the manager always points it out to them, players like Dalot, I think he needs to understand that he's a defender, he's not a midfielder. So today I saw him is playing in the midfield. He's in that 10 position. He's playing that number 8 position and leaving Willy Kambola and Harry Maguire along at the back. And United, their passes, they're full of missed passes. And one pass, Garnacho made an error in that first touch, and Dalot was nowhere to be found. He was in the midfield, and the one who was left was Willy Kambola, the young defender, whom I don't blame it for that goal actually. And Solanke is a very good striker, and Kambola is still learning, and I think Dalot was to blame that goal. Where was he in that position? He was nowhere to be found. He was in the midfield, and Kambola was down. He slipped. I think he slept, and he slipped, and Solanke was able to convert it to make it 1-0 in the 16th minute. So United again, game in, game out, same mistake. Players not wanting to play. Players like Marcus Rashford, you see his body language, the way he plays. He just say, I don't want to be here. Bruno Fernandes, I think he's been on form lately. He scored against Chelsea, scored against Liverpool, and now scoring against Bournemouth. 3 goals, or rather 4 goals. 4 goals in 3 games. It's back on form. So I scored today. He scored a penalty the 65th minute to make it 2-2 for Manchester United. I think it was not undeserved. Bournemouth deserved to win the game. And everybody agrees with that. And United went on, and the late in the second half, in the added minutes, or the extra time, that is, in the added minutes, or rather, Bournemouth had a penalty call overturned by VAR. It was deemed not to be a penalty. I think it's going to be a conversation on that, and Bournemouth manager and players and everybody concerned and everybody against United are going to discuss about it, and I think they will say it was supposed to be a penalty, and some will say it's not supposed to be a penalty. I am not going to talk about that. I leave you to discuss that in the comment section. Was the penalty or not? Why United correctly awarded not to be a penalty, or Bournemouth harshly treated and they were robbed? I know many have been say that Liverpool were awarded a wrong penalty against United at Old Trafford. There would be Saka challenge on Elio. Many said it was never a penalty. Remember the Saka one against Bayern Munich? It was never a penalty as well. But today, United were on the lucky side as the VAR overturned the penalty call, and the game ended on a 2-2 draw, which I think United had a steal. They didn't deserve to win the game, but all in all, this is football. So with that draw, United have dropped from 6th to 7th, and they are now 7th, as said, with 50 points. Newcastle had an impressive win against Spurs, and they are now sixth with 50 points. United are seventh because of the goal difference. They are having a -1 goal difference. Remember, United are having a -1 of goal difference. This shows you how United attacking threat has been so poor this season. So they are 10 points behind fourth and fifth position, and they need to turn up the remaining 6 games if they are to qualify for Champions League. They need the next 18 points, the remaining 6 games, that is 18 points. They need at least 14 points for them too, and hoping that maybe Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur drop points in their favor, but I don't think it will happen. I think United's Champions League hopes are just done with that. Maybe they can fight for Europa League. If they're not careful enough, they'll end up in the UEFA Conference League, which is really embarrassing for a team like United to be in UEFA Conference League. It's a shocker. So United are facing Coventry City in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley on Sunday with the aim of a back-to-back finals at Wembley. Remember last season they lost the final to Manchester City. They lost 2-1, I think, and they are hoping to again go back to Wembley in final as they are facing Coventry City at Wembley next week on in the semi-finals. So the players, I think some players we need to discuss about some players, namely Marcus Rashford and Casemiro. No, as I said, we need to discuss some players. I will discuss Marcus Rashford. He had a brilliant season last season, scoring 30 goals, and he was on form, scoring goals in, goals out, games in, games out. There's always a trend, or I can call it a thing of Marcus Rashford. He shines this season, the following season he flops, and again the following season he shines. So a bit of inconsistency with Marcus Rashford. Remember, last season, as I said, he scored 30 goals, and a season before that he was so poor, and many was calling him to be sold, and he was never sold, and he proved people wrong. The following season, scoring 30 goals, but this season again, he's been out of form, not performing well, not closing up, not running. As it's just there, like I'm being told to play, so I have to play because my job. The passion has left him. I don't think if it's okay. Maybe there's something wrong with him. I think he needs some bit of a counseling over, because watching him play, the body language tells you that this player is something wrong with him, or rather he doesn't want to be here. Or I think the hierarchy should meet with him and discuss if he want to play at United, or maybe want a new challenge. Remember, PSG are chasing him. They want him to replace Kylian Mbappe, whom is deemed to be moving to Real Madrid next season. So I think with Marcus Rashford, Casemiro as well has been. I don't think he had a brilliant season like he had last season. Remember, last season he came in and was superb, but this season he's been performing at a very low rate, and I think United need to move on from him and sign a new midfielder. So I think Rashford and Casemiro, they might be sold in the summer with the new hierarchy. The Ineos coming in, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is doing some he's doing some changes in that United board, with Omar Biradi coming in, Dan Aswath coming in, and also the likes of Mutogo are stepping down. Remember, Ed Woodward stepped down last season. So I think United, they are sorting out the board first before dealing with the players. I think there's some players who will be out. I think the likes of Martial is already out. Rashford, I think he might be sold if anything. If I think they had a brilliant or a convincing offer from PSG, they might be requiring a bid in the region of maybe 80 million to 90 million in order to convince them to let go Rashford. And the last of Casemiro as well, Varane, I think they will be on their way out. Eriksen as well. Amad Diallo might go out on loan. So I think it's going to be a busy summer for United if they meant it. But let's wait and see what will happen. Just 1 month to go for them to start their business. So it's up we will just be watching and seeing what will happen with Manchester United. But it is sad to see a team like United going down going down and going down season in, season out. I think last season they were good. Yeah, they were good, and we are hoping for them to be even better this season. But it has been a step backward again, and it's sickening and it's worrying as far as Manchester United are concerned. So let's hope for a better end of season for United if they can do it. Talking about Manchester United, let's talk about their neighbors, the citizen, that is Manchester City, which they had a brilliant game today at home at Etihad. It was a warm-up in preparation for Real Madrid in the semi-final, or rather in the quarterfinals of the Champions League on Wednesday, as they won 5-1 against Luton Town. Goal scored by Ashoka on goal. Ashoka scored an own goal. Remember, he scored an own goal against Arsenal as well. So Ashoka on goal, Kovacic, Haaland, who scored a penalty, and Jeremy Doku. And a brilliant goal by Josko Gvardiol, who scored his second Manchester City goal in a row. Remember, he scored his first Manchester City goal in the Champions League at the Bernabeu. Very brilliant strike. And again today, he scored a brilliant one against Luton Town to make it 2-2, and that is his second Manchester City goal. His first in Premier League, and also that was his first in the Champions League. City are now ready to face the Los Blancos at the Etihad on Wednesday. Remember, now City are first in the league with 73 points, having played 32 games. They are being followed by Arsenal, who have 71 points, having played 31 games, as they are playing Aston Villa tomorrow at home, the Emirates. Liverpool are third with 71 points, having played 31 games as well, and they are welcoming Crystal Palace at Anfield as they look to bounce back to winning ways after a very shambolic performance against Atalanta at home, and they lost the game, which they lost 3-0. They now need to score more than 4 goals without a reply when they visit the Atalanta, that is the Italian team. So it was a good game for City. They had 4 goals, that is 5 goals, and a 4-goal difference. They had 3 points and a brilliant game also. Erling Haaland, who scored on a back-to-back Premier League games for the first time since November. He's had a difficult time since coming back from injury. He's been facing criticism a lot from the pundits like of Roy Keane. I would call him a player's level. His level should be in the Championship. I think he's been receiving that quite a lot. He shot blank against Real Madrid in the Champions League, and I think Haaland is a different type of striker. He needs services. He's that player where without services you can't notice he's in the field, but while given a chance, he can and he will punish you. So I think the respect should be there. So remember, in his first, I think he's experiencing his first season, and he's still the top scorer in the Premier League, which shows he's a very good player. So City are first, and they are hoping that Aston Villa and Crystal Palace will have a good result and made sure that Arsenal and Liverpool drop points on Sunday. So also Spurs lost 4-0 away against Newcastle. They were beaten 4-0 at St. James Park, and they'll be cheering on Arsenal on Sunday, so that the gap between them and Aston Villa should not widen to 3, should remain on 60-60. So it was a very bad performance for Tottenham Hotspur. I wasn't expecting that. I know Newcastle are good, but I was expecting a close game, maybe 2-1, 1-0, 3-2, but 4-0, that's a very good result for Newcastle, but for Spurs, it was a poor performance. So guys, that's it from us, HW Sports 90, the Premier League roundup, the games that were played on Saturday. City won, United drew, Spurs were beaten. I think Wolves and not Nottingham Forest drew, and also Burnley I think drew also. So that's it from us, and I'll be bringing more videos tomorrow concerning the game, or the game Arsenal versus Aston Villa, and also Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, and I'll bring a video later between Cadiz and FC Barcelona. The game is going on now, so subscribe, like and share. Thanks for support and thanks for always being here. Thanks for watching.